Okay, the first 12 square numbers. Who can give me the first three? Who can give me the first three? Felicia.
7, 11, and 12.
Nope. 7, 11, and 12. No, I'm not sure what you're doing there. No.
4, 1, 4, 9.
1, 4, 9. Let me take the next three. Let me take the next three. Let me take the next three. May?
16, 25, 26.
The next three. Hopper?
49, 16, 18.
Hey, the next three. Ready?
100, 121, and 122.
Excellent. Does anyone want to add the next one after that? What's 13 squared? What's 13 squared?
156.
May?
169.
169. What about 14 squared?
196.
196. All right, let me just take the absences. We have okay, so simplify the following roots. What's the square root of 49? What's the square? Let me see hands in the air. Let me see how I see it. A minute. 7. The square root of 4. 5. 2. 121. Felicia, do you want me to confiscate the phone? What's the square root of 121, Felicia?
I answered it to you, said it was wrong. Oh, 11.
11.
Oh my god, I thought you meant like a history question, sorry. That's why I was.
What's the square? Oh, right. What's now? I figure out. I was trying to figure out the pattern. I'm like, what is she thinking? These are Fibonacci numbers. What's the square root of 81?
9.
7. 9. All right. So let's have a go at simplifying these. Solve these problems. This is all revision from the first semester. So you can use the Google Classroom. You can click on password. So this is the current unit.
20 times 20.
The next one up.
Yes.
And then you can choose the size first one. Just so you can't see.
10 times 10.
Yes. Yes. Did we do the other one? X is 1.
It's great.
It's
X.
going to be
3.
X, which is 3x.
We finished number 7. Actually,
So these questions you have to copy the question down or you know. 10.
I swear that you do.
Yeah, that's wrong.
Oh my God.
It's done badly. The answer is going to be x root 3x. No. Simplify things you do, and I think you get one answer.
Well, you don't know what X is.
Square over here.
Not squared.
Yeah.
Hey, one more minute.
So when it comes to
All right, let's have a look at the answers. So this first one, we can solve by thinking about splitting the radical. So we get root 49 and root 16. What will that give us? Can we have some hands, Amir? 7? That's not correct mathematical language. 7 and 4, no. 7 over 4. That'll do. What's the next one? Sarah. Yep. 10 over 3. How about this one? This one we have to solve. What's the value for x? Going to be Sarah. Equals 49. All right, and then this last one. Let me do this one so I can show a few steps. So there's a few ways to solve this problem. Probably the best way is to simplify this. 27 is 3 cubed. 81 is 3 to the power of 4. So this can cancel this and leave you with 3. We simplify this one down to x cubed. So we get root 3x cubed. Now we separate this into root of x squared, root 3x, which leaves us with x root 3x. Okay, so we're looking at today's problem. So this is connecting to our previous content we've seen that's going to connect to today. And what we're looking at today is solving the equation x squared equals something. X squared equals something, where a is the something. So if x squared is equal to 4, what could x be? Karan, are you with us? If x squared is equal to 4, what could x be? 2. So one possible solution is 2. Is there any more solutions that would work? Is there any more solutions that would work? Okay. Minus 2. So what we see is this equation has 2 possible solutions. What is minus 2 times minus 2? So we see the solution works for the equation. So what we need to do is we need to understand a little bit more logic to how we might solve an equation like this. And what we do is we take the equation x squared and we square root both sides, but we have to add a plus minus. What is the square root of 4? 2. The square root of 4 is only 2. It's not both answers. But we understand from the logic that both answers would work. So when you take the square root, you add 1 plus minus to the equation. You don't need to add 2 on both sides, just once. We are square rooting the left-hand side. We're having the square root of x, so we're adding the square root here at this point like this. We have to add 1 plus minus. Now, root of x squared is just x. So we're left with x is equal to plus minus the root of 4. And this gives us 2 solutions. All of the equations at this type are going to be giving us 2 solutions. What are we doing, Corinne? Yeah, but you're not paying attention. You're doing something else on your computer. So I have to reseat you here at the front? Okay. Can we put the computer away because it's distracting you? Okay, so for the second one, We take square roots of both sides and we get x is equal to plus minus the square root of 16. What are our solutions for this going to be? What are our solutions going to be?
Very negative.
X is equal to negative 4, x is equal to 4. All right, have a go at solving the last one for yourself. Write down the equation, write down the solution. All right, what do we get as our answer? We're going to square root both sides. We add the plus minus and we get root of 144. What are our two solutions? Correct. 12 and x is equal to negative 12. All right, see if we can work out these ones. Let's have a look. You need to show full working. The purpose of this, of showing full working for these simple questions, is when it gets more complex, you'll have the strategies to structure your work that will lead you to a successful answer. This can get really difficult if you don't follow the particular pattern. So what you have to do is you have to first start by rearranging into the characteristic equation x squared equals a. That's what this lesson is about. X squared equals something. This is our characteristic equation. Rearrange first into the characteristic equation. Next, take square roots of both sides, introducing a plus minus. And then this gives us our two solutions. X equals minus 5, x equals 5. You must always have a full solution, including the question, written down on your page for these questions. Karen, pick up your computer, bring all your stuff, come sit at the front, keep your computer close. We're going to rearrange this one as x squared equals 9, and then we're going to get x equals the square root, plus minus the square root of 9, x equals minus 3, x equals 3. All right, somebody can help me with this last one? What do we do first? Sarah?
Move the 10 to the other side, so it'll be 46 minus 10. And the x squared equals 36, and you do the same thing, x equals plus minus
X equals plus minus
radical
36.
And then x equals negative 6 and x equals 6.
Okay, have a go at these questions for yourself. Simplify your radicals. So our first bit is to rearrange to x squared is equal to 16. We get the characteristic equation x squared equals a. We take square roots of both sides. We get x is equal to plus minus root 16. And then we get x is equal to minus 4, x is equal to 4. Okay, how do we move the 7 to the other side? We add 70 to both sides. We add 70 to both sides, what does that give us on the right-hand side? 81. So we get x squared equals 81. Then we can take a root, adding a plus minus, and we get our two solutions. What are our two solutions? New girl number 1. Sorry. I forget the names.
9 and negative 9.
9 and negative 9. X equals minus 9, x equals 9. Okay, we rearrange this one. How do we move the 49 to the other side? Nadine? We subtract, so it goes negative. We get x squared equals minus 49. Then we try and take square roots of both sides. What is the square root of minus 49? There's no real answer to this question. No number multiplied by itself produces a negative. No number multiplied by itself produces a negative. the numbers that multiply together, the only integer numbers that multiply together to give 49 would be -7 and +7, or -1 and +49. Those type of variables. They're the only ones that are going to work, and they're not the same number. So 1 and 49 is just as bad as -7 and +7. That's not going to work. So if you get a characteristic equation where A is negative, the correct answer is no real solutions. As we progress in math, we'll learn that some equations have no solutions, some have no real solutions. There's a difference. This is implying to you that there are non-real solutions to this equation. And there are imaginary solutions. So, how many solutions do each of these equations have? If the right-hand side, I'll just have you try and work it out. So this first one, x squared equals 67, how many solutions will this have? This will have 2 real solutions. Okay, try the other questions for yourself. Always rearrange into the characteristic equation x squared equals a. Then you can analyze how many solutions it will have. So for this, on this course, you write no real solutions. You want to know the answer. This is x is equal to 2 plus 3 minus 7. Who's on the highest imaginary number?
Yeah.
Plus root 67 and minus root 67. Don't have, it's an irrational. There's 2 irrational answers. No. It's going to have 4 roots. 0 root 23 minus.
So what?
These ones.
I've actually told
So you can have it as its number and as its survival.
because you distract.
I was searching up like the site for no real number. Is there another like this?
That's real numbers.
So which one is the
There isn't. There's a set for real numbers and complex numbers. The complex number set. There isn't a specific one for just the imaginary one. Plus root 23 minus root. Excuse me. Oh, real.
So it's exactly like all the ranges for the online extends to its own. You write one solution, or you write those solutions. Is that wrong?
Yeah.
It is?
That's a real solution.
Because we write no real answers.
I see.
Answers is not great. Typically, use the word given in the question. So the question here says solutions. Another question might say how many roots does the following function have? Use the word in the question back to them.
So it's important we don't do it.
Yes. Please. Back to the left, so we've got three slides. All right, let's have a look at this bit. Okay, so how many solutions to an equation? Rearrange the equation to x squared equals a. If a is positive, we get 2 real solutions. If a is 0, we get 1 real solution. If a is negative, we get no real solutions. What we got next? Okay, solve the following equations. We get a little bit harder now. Solve the following equations. So have a look at the first one. Rearrange your equation into the characteristic form x squared equals a. A would be 25 over 9. Take square roots of both sides, plus minus the root of 25 over 9. So x is equal to plus minus 5 over 3. This is our answer. We can write our answer in this format if we want. Try the other one. Okay, so for this first one, we need to rearrange into the characteristic equation x squared equals a. What will the value of a be for this first question? Okay. 49 over 16. Now we take square roots of both sides. We get plus minus the square root of 49 over 16. This is going to give us two solutions. What are our two solutions coming from this? 7.
Plus and minus 7.
X is equal to plus and minus 7 over, what's the bottom?
4.
4. C. We need to rearrange to the characteristic equation. What do we do first? Sorry. Subtract 4. That will give us 4x squared equals what? 4x squared equals 25. Then we divide by 4. X squared equals 25 over 4.
And you do x equals plus minus rather than 25.
And what do you get as your solution?
X equals plus minus 5.
Excellent. Excellent. Okay, last slide. Yes. So same process now. Same process. Let me do the first one for you. So, well, we'll do it together. We want to rearrange. So what do we move first? We subtract 4 on both sides. We get x minus 3 squared equals 25. So this is the characteristic equation x squared equals a, except our x this time is the expression x minus 3. This is the characteristic equation x squared equals a, but our x this time is x minus 3. It's an expression. But we still use the same process. Let's take square roots of both sides. We take square roots of both sides. We get x minus 3 is equal to plus minus what? 5. How do we move the 3 across? Plus 3. So x is equal to 3 plus minus 5. What are our two possible answers then for x? Our first answer for x, x1. What's 3 minus 5? Negative 2. What's our second solution? What's 3 plus 5? 8. So here we go, we get our two solutions. Have a go at doing the next two for yourself. Okay, let me do these ones for you. So, here on this one, we need to start by subtracting the 9. So let's move the 9 across. We're going to get 4 bracket x minus 5 squared equals 100. Now let's divide through by 4. What's 100 divided by 4? 25. So we get x minus 5 squared equals 25. We take square roots of both sides. We get x minus 5 equals plus minus 5. So x is equal to 5 plus and minus 5. What are our two solutions? X1, 10. I like that as x2. I like them to be in order from smallest to largest. 0. It's easier to read that way. Often with graphs and things, you're looking from left to right always, so it's smallest to largest. Most negative to most positive. So let's start off by adding 11 to both sides. And we'll get 81 x plus 11 squared equals 111. Yeah? That's a horrible number. Okay, let's go with it. Let's divide by 81. X plus 11 squared equals 111 over 81. Square root both sides. X plus 11 equals plus minus root 111 over 9. Then we get x equals minus 11 plus and minus root 111 over 9. We can leave our answer like this, root 111. Can we simplify that radical? Does that simplify? I don't think it does. Let me just double check on my calculator. Nope, that's it. That's our answer. Okay, that's it for today. Have a go at the IXL activities. We've only got one IXL activity here today. Got a video showing you how to do it. You can watch that. Enjoy.